What's up, YouTube? It's your boy JB, and I'm here today with the review for Black Ink Crew Compton. This is season 1, episode 2, and it's titled An Era of Hope. So, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and just get into the video. Alright, so the episode opens. We see KP, he's in the gym, he's working out with Kyla, and he's working out that aggression from the meetup that he and Tim had with the gangs. And she realized, like, so what's going on, because like you almost killed me. And he didn't tell us, so like me and Tim, we met up with the OGs, and when we got there, they were like 30 niggas deep, and it was just me and Tim, and we were outnumbered. And then one of them talking about why you got your hands in your pockets, and then KP was like, but he had his hand in his pockets as well. And then he tells her how a fight broke out, and she's like, a fight broke out. He like, yeah, Tim, they almost got Tim, but Tim got away from it just in time. And what else? So Kyla is telling him how she feels like it's uneasy, it's scary, the fact of him opening up the shop in Compton. And KP is just like, I don't know what I need to do. I don't know if I should open the shop or not. And she tells him basically, she's like, it is scary, but that is what you want to do. And I want our kids to be able to look at you and see you doing some good. So she sees both sides of it. It's a catch-22 for her. And again, KP is just like, he don't know what he needs to do. But like I said, she just basically wants him to do something good, so that way their kids can see some good and some positivity coming from him, being a black man, just what to look up to, what to aspire to. So I appreciated her doing that. So then we see a scene with Voodoo Doll and Nessie. So Voodoo Doll and Nessie were hanging out. They went out to have drinks. So they trying to get to know each other, and they talking about relationships. And Nessie asked Voodoo Doll, is there anybody in the shop that she likes that she might want to hook up with? And she says yes. And to Voodoo, not to Voodoo, but to Nessie's surprise, she says Barbie, which I was actually kind of surprised she said Barbie as well. I would have thought she would have said Ink Dripping, but she said Barbie. I'm like, okay, if that's what she likes, cool. Not judging her. Even though she did tell us last week that she was bisexual, but I thought she would. I really didn't expect her to go for Barbie. I would have expected, like I said, I would have expected her to like Ink Dripping. So then, Nessie is telling about her relationship. She's kind of talking to a guy right now, but she's kind of apprehensive about it because of the last guy she dated. Because she said this dude was a psychopath. He made up fake jobs that he would go to. He had fake uniforms. He even went as far as to create a fake daughter that died. I'm like, wow. Now I know there's somebody in my family that's like that. They will lie in a heartbeat. She killed it's an aunt, but it's an aunt by marriage. She's told my family years ago that her mother was dead. But her mother was not dead. Her mom was alive. And her mom only died within the last, 5 years, I want to say. But that's neither here nor there. But I'm not, when she said that, I'm like, there are people out there who lie about stupid shit, and you just never understand why they do it. It's just weird to me. All right, you guys. So next we got Lemire and Danielle. So first of all, Danielle is insecure as fuck. Cause she's asking Lemire, did he cheat? And I'm like, if you gotta keep asking a dude, did he cheat? There might be time for you to, leave him. I get that you're pregnant, but damn, you say he cheated on you 3 years ago, and you took him back. What was the purpose in taking him back if you're gonna always think that the man is cheating on you? Like, pointless. So Barbie comes over to the house, and Barbie has, some pink stuff. And they're like, why do you have pink? Like, we don't know what the sex of the baby is. But Barbie wants a girl, Danielle wants a girl, but Lemire wants a boy because he's in a house full of girls. He got Danielle, and then his dog is a girl as well. So then he dips out, leaving Barbie alone with, Danielle. Why he did that, don't know. So, then Barbie's just telling Danielle everything that's going on, how the OGs did not give KP their blessing, so they had to stand still with the shop right about now. And, she's talking about what she wanted to do. I'm like, but you're a receptionist, so there's not a lot that you can do. But if you want to go and say that you can do so much, have at it. But then she's talking about she's happy with the team that they got. We got ink dripping, we got Voodoo, we got Nessie. It's like who? And then Danielle's like, who is Nessie? Oh, that's Lemir's friend. Lemir's friend? Yeah, Lemire said he knew her from Philly. He'd been friends with her about 8 years. And Danielle's like, well, I don't know who that is. And then that's when Barbie's like, oh shit, maybe I should have kept my damn mouth closed. You think? Yeah, because Danielle says, she knows all of Lemire's tattoo friends. I'm like, oh God, that just put a battery in her back for her to be even more insecure. Like, God, her insecurities. And they get worse in the episode, and we'll get to that later in the video. But Barbie tells her, okay, let me keep an eye on Lemire and Nessie. But also, nothing when I was hanging around them, it just seemed strictly friends, nothing more. But let me keep an eye on them, so you don't say nothing to Lemire. And if I feel like something's going on, I'll interject and I'll let you know. You should have kept your mouth closed from the beginning. Damn. So then we see KP. So KP goes over to his mom's house, and he's telling her about what happened when he went to meet the the OGs, how the fight broke out. She's like, a fight broke out? He was like, yeah, a fight broke out. And he tells her he's having second thoughts about opening the shop. And she's like, well, why did you go to the streets anyway? He said, I went to the streets to get their blessing. And she says, the mama spoke some real shit tonight. Because she told him, like, why are you going to the streets for your blessings when your blessings come from God? And I was like, you speaking on it, mama. You speaking on it. And I'm going to get into the streets a little bit later in the episode, because I got something that I want to say that just kind of baffles me just a little bit. But we'll get into it. And, she's like, that's not the way I raised you at all. And, he's like, mama, it's the streets of Compton. She's like, boy, I was in the streets. Well, she wasn't in the streets. Let me take that back. She grew up in Compton long before he came along. So she know what the streets are like. But again, she just don't want him to feel like he has to go to the gangs for their blessings when, again, his blessings come from up above. And I just can't stress that she spoke some real shit to him. Because then after that, she said to him, so when it comes down to God, whatever door he wants you to go through, that door will be open. If he does not want to go through that door is going to be closed to you. And I'm like, mama, preach. Like, I just love what she was saying to him, because it was insightful and it was the real deal. Like, don't let nobody stop your blessing, because what God has for you is for you, and nobody can stop that. Like, I truly believe that what is for you is meant for you. Even if people try to say, oh, nah, that ain't for you. If God says it's for you, it's for you. And like I said, I just love the fact that his mama spoke that to him. And, somebody out there needed to hear that as well besides him. All right, so now we got Voodoo. So, Voodoo is telling us how she lives in this hippie house, how she has one of her clients coming over to get a tattoo. She did that tattoo. I'm sorry to say, but that tattoo was trash. To me personally, somebody out there might like the tattoo, but unfortunately, when I saw the tattoo, on paper, it looked okay, but when she actually did the tattoo, I just wasn't feeling it 100%. But, somebody likes her work, just ain't me. So then we see KP. He's throwing a party to celebrate the groundbreaking of the tattoo shop. The shop will be open in the next 10 days. So then we see the whole crew is there. We see Nessie. She invited the guy that she was telling Voodoo about. What? That dude pulled a 180 on her. Actually pulled a 360. Because, she invited him. So he came and he invited his girlfriend there. Oh, shit. Excuse me, y'all. And I was like, damn. I actually understood. I felt for Nessie. Because I understood why she was acting the way she did. Like, she flipped out on him like, wait a minute. I invited you to my shit and you gonna bring another girl with you? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, I was on her side completely. Like, that was fucked up. To invite another chick? Like, unless he specifically put her in the friend zone, then yeah, she was wrong for, flipping out the way. But the way he came up to her, he didn't friend zone her. He was messing with her. But why would, damn, that was stupid, my nigga. You gonna bring your other girl to a girl that you been, okay, if you say so. But KP tells her, because after she went off, they got everybody back inside and they told her like, yo, keep the drama down. And I guess I can kind of agree with that. Like that was a little bit messy, but that wasn't something that she did. That was that nigga's fault, and she just reacted to it. So then out of nowhere, the OGs show up to the shop, and they basically end up giving KP their blessing to open up the shop. And here's my thing, and it goes back to what KP's mama said. Why did you go to the streets for blessings? You going to the streets, the gangs. So you going to niggas that don't work, more than likely. I ain't saying that they all don't work, but a good majority of them niggas do not work. So you going to the streets to niggas who don't work so that you can make money. What, I mean, make it make sense. Like, please make that shit make sense to me. You going to niggas that probably don't even have a 9 to 5 to get blessings to start your business where you can make money for you and your family. Okay, KP. All right, so then these last two things is gonna be mostly about Danielle and her damn insecurities. So we see her and Lemire. They are getting the baby's crib together. Lemire thinks they thought they were gonna put it in a room for the baby. She's like, nope, the baby's gonna be in our room. And he's like, wait a minute. So I'm not necessarily saying we're gonna try to have another baby, but to practice how that's gonna work with the baby right next to us, and then the baby might be looking up at us and get traumatized. Well, Lemire, the baby is not gonna remember you and Danielle having sex, but whatever, I get it. I guess if you say so. So then she's like, I told Barbie I wasn't gonna say anything, but kind of lied. So then she does ask him about Nessie, and he says, Nessie's just a homie that he's known for a few years, and she says, well, she doesn't want him partying with her. I'm like, oh, the insecurities. Like, if the nigga cheated on you 3 years ago, why did you take him back? Now, you don't have to forget it. You don't have to necessarily, if you forgive him, you have to eventually let that shit go. Like, you can't keep, every time he does something, oh, you remember 3 years ago when you cheated on me with that bitch? You can't always continue to bring that shit up. Like, eventually, you have to let it go. But Danielle has not let it go. She's insecure. And she's a pretty girl, minus the hair. But she's a pretty girl, and I'm just like, why? Like, so fucking insecure. It was just irritating the shit out of me. And then she further irritated me more. So we saw the crew. They went to the beach. They had a beach day. And then they played a game of drink or dare. And I think, they only got through 2 of them. Because I think Nessie had a drink where she had to drink from somebody's body part. And she drank from Voodoo. She took a shot from Voodoo's belly button. Then Lemire got one where he had to do a striptease. He didn't get to do the striptease because Danielle shows up. I'm like, oh, here we go. And when she shows up, she pulls one, and it was to tell about the most embarrassing sex act that she's had. And she didn't even say nothing because she said, my truth is, I don't fuck with bitches who fuck with other bitches' niggas. I'm like, oh. Really? You don't? Oh. Like, you could have pulled that girl to the side and asked her that instead of just insinuating and assuming that she's messing with your nigga. Danielle's gonna get on my nerves just like Barbie is. Okay, so then, Lemire pulls her to the side. And then, Lemire and Danielle are arguing back and forth with one another. I'm like, this is very reminiscent of Don and Ashley. Very reminiscent. So then Danielle tells, Nessie that, yeah, girl, I was talking about you. And Nessie was like, wait a minute. You think I fucked with your nigga, Lemire? Really? She was like, yes, I do. She was like, no, I did not. That's not my style. I'm not that type of girl. And Lemire says, I'm not having that. And Danielle is leaving. I'm like, oh, Danielle, she's got on my nerves for real. So then, Lemire is telling, Nessie, he didn't want her to talk to her because he didn't want no drama, no nothing. She's like, you two were yelling at each other. Me and her were just having a conversation, and he still reiterated he didn't want her to talk to her. Nessie should have just said, you know what, fine. If just let your bitch know, I'm not trying to fuck you. I don't want to fuck you. It's not gonna ever happen. And then I don't know if it was KP or if it was Tim, but somebody told Lemire that he needs to check her. And why did they say that? Because that triggered voodoo. And I'm like, because she's talking about earlier. She was talking about with her stepfather. He was a misogynist, and I don't know where she got the misogynistic part from when someone said check his girl. Like if she's gonna act like that, and women coming to the shop to get tattooed, she could show her ass up and flip the fuck out. So yes, put her at ease. Check her. Let her know, hey, ain't nothing to worry about. Like, but Voodoo just took it as them being misogynistic, and she just got mad, and she left. I'm like, oh, I still don't get how she thought that was misogynistic. I still don't see it. But maybe somebody else does, but I just didn't see him. But you guys, that was the episode. Be sure to like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys later.